I'm Mark.
And I'm Josh.
And this is Comics Are Awesome for the week of August 30th, 2017, brought to you by Alter Ego Comics, the greatest comic book store in Lima, Ohio. We have slim pickings this week, folks. That's not to discourage you from going to your local comic shop, because there are some great things to pick up. But it's a fifth week, and fifth week usually means that's not something that publishers count on in their regular schedule, for the most part. So if you're looking for DC... Sorry. Yeah, not a whole lot.
Yeah, DC had, 2 annuals and a couple books that were a little behind, and that was it.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
The Kirby special one-shots.
Oh, yeah. But the stuff that is here is awesome, and I will kick things off with my pick of the week, The Unstoppable Wasp, Volume 1, by Jeremy Whitley and Elsa Charretier. Tyra Boomdier. Anyway, so we've talked about Unstoppable Wasp for 8 months now, for the most part. The series is over, and now those of you that read in graphic novel format can pick it up and enjoy it as much as we did. There are words that describe this book like joyful, charming, a breath of fresh air, a morale booster, a smile printed on a printed page, and that is, all those words describe this book accurately. But it is still action-packed, it still has drama, it's still engaging, it's got amazing characters, most of which we've never seen before. So, tip of the hat to Jeremy Whitley, as we often do tip our hats to him, for creating a series that hopefully we haven't seen the last of, and that we can continue to give to new readers of all races, ethnicities, ages. Everybody can read this book and enjoy it, unless you really just like snuff films and hardcore crime and stuff like that. But it's just so excellent, introducing a new character to the Marvel Universe, which will hopefully again be around for a long time, as well as bringing in other elements to the story. And
it is firmly embedded in the Marvel Universe.
Absolutely.
I mean, between her ties to Hank Pym and appearances by several key Marvel players, there's a lot to like for new fans and traditional fans as well.
I may just go read this again
right
now while Josh talks. So go ahead. This is my pick of the week. Everyone should buy it.
First up for me this week, we've got Star Wars 35, written by Jason Aaron, with art Aaron.
Aaron. Jason Aaron.
I gotta pronounce all the A's. With art by Salvador Larroca. This is a kind of one-off Han and Chewie adventure story where they have to ferry Gracchus the Hutt around for the rebellion. Aaron really nailed the kind of early Han Solo, I don't really care that much about any of you people, and I do what I want, but he's still got that heart of gold. He's got LaRocca's interesting art that definitely looks like Harrison Ford on every page, and it was so much fun. It was very cool, very upbeat. It was a great Han and Chewie done in one, which is really kind of what I want. I don't really want a long, drawn-out epic saga focusing on just one or two of the characters. If we're going to do that, I want the whole cast. But this is a great little character piece for where Han Solo's at this point, a handful of months after the end of A New Hope. Also on the Star Wars front this week, we've got Mace Windu, Jedi of the Republic, number 1. This kicks off what's intended, I believe, to be a series of mini-series under the Jedi of the Republic banner, focusing on different Jedi of the Republic. This one's written by Clive Owens? No. Matt Owens, with art by Dennis Cowan. And we see shortly after the Battle of Geonosis, that's the bug people in Attack of the Clones,
Episode
right?
2, yes.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
The Jedi Council tasks Mace Windu to take a Jedi squad and do some reconnaissance, and it's not murder because they're robots, but stop some bad guys. And we get a lot more introspection than I expected. Mace Windu's kind of still dealing with, they've just recently become generals in addition to peacekeepers, and Mace Windu's kind of dealing with that, with the conflicts between being a soldier and protecting people through force of arms, and being a peacekeeper and the traditional role of the Jedi. We get appearance by Kit Fisto on his squad of Jedi ninjas, I guess. Jedi stealth people. Yes. And we also get a couple new characters that I really liked, had very interesting, engaging personalities, and yeah, awesome. If you like Star Wars, you'll probably like Mace Windu, Jedi of the Republic, number 1.
Jedi of the Republic. Next up for me is Generations: The Archers. It's about Sterling Archer and his mother.
Obviously.
No, it's not. It is about the Hawkeyes, Clint Barton and Kate Bishop, written by current Hawkeye writer Kelly Thompson, artwork by Stefano Raphael. And this is awesome. So Kate Bishop is the one who enters the vanishing point. She's in present day. She's thrust back in time to a time before Clint Barton even knows who she is. And having to explain who she is to him is part of the fun of the story. But they're basically on an island playing the most dangerous game, kind of, sort of. So they're taking on the best marksman. There's a contest.
Is this a real thing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Well, I mean, you have every issue of West Coast Avengers. You would know if this was a real thing.
There have been
right?
several contests in the Avengers over the years.
But not this particular, with the belts, with the targeting?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. So they're on a contest to find the best marksman or woman, and so there are a bunch of bad guys, and apparently the only good guys are the Hawkeyes, so I'm not sure how that happened. They didn't get...
well, the sort of people who focus on deadly aim.
I think it went out to
it
went out to the bad guys. It got posted in Josie's bar, and Clint got the word on it. And it's just a great exploration of these two characters and how they really are a great team, how they work well together, and how Kate really looks up to Clint, even though sometimes she thinks he's a loser.
She looks up to him while looking down on him.
Yes, if you can do that. Thompson, as you know from watching previous episodes, is one of our favorite writers favorite writers in general right now. She does a bang-up job on Hawkeye month in and month out. So if you're enjoying that book, you absolutely want to pick this up. If you want to read kind of an old-school Avengers-era version of Hawkeye, Clint Barton, you want to pick this up as well. And many of you are picking up the Generations one-shots just because you're looking for something different, something standalone-ish, and that's what these are. These are standalone adventures, out of time, featuring characters that you love. So they continue the streak this week.
What's that vanishing point? I don't know what that is. But you know where you can find out? Secret Empire 10.
Do we find out?
Not
I guess
really.
we find out.
We find out how it sort of works. The almost end, we'll say, of Secret Empire, the last issue with a number on the cover, written by Nick Spencer, art by Steve McNiven,
art by an
Rob
army
Reese
of artists to get it out on
Marquez
time.
And
it's like 6 artists on this book.
Yeah, well, but some of them are different.
The Rod Reese one I get because it's
the flashback,
in the Kobik world.
Wherever, yeah.
The other ones, I'm like, I don't even know who's drawing this at this point.
I mean, but they all did previous issues, didn't they? Or did they not? I
Maybe.
thought Marquez did.
I swear the army was brought in just to get it out on time.
That's possible.
Yeah.
So this is the culmination of Secret Empire. We get to find out what happens when a cosmic cube empowered hydrized Steve Rogers goes up against everyone else basically in the Marvel universe.
In Iron Man armor.
Steve
Rogers
it's sort of Iron Man-y armor, I guess. But we get to see a final throwdown, and the big fight is not that fight, but you will appreciate it if you've been reading the series. We get to see the fallout both on a hero level and on a personal level. I'm a little confused as to how things worked, but we'll talk about it when it's not spoiler yet, after you've read it. But we also see at this point where all these generation stories take place. The Vanishing Point, we learn a little bit about how that happened and went down. So if you're reading Secret Empire, this is your last chance. This is it. This is the end until we see more fallout in Secret Empire Omega in like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, some number of weeks.
Yes. Is that part of that, or is?
Oh no, I was just gonna say Sterling Archer was in Iron Man this week.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. My last recommendation this week should come as no surprise. Saga number 46 is out this week by the team of Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples.
The best book to come out this week with abortion instruments on the cover. I
was not going to say that, but
dude, we gave This
we haven't done
whole
it yet.
story arc is
This is just, man, great. That is all.
That is all?
That is all.
Okay.
Well, they're continuing the quest to
Right.
remove the dead fetus from Ilana
And save her life.
and save her life. And while the fetus is still there, and while Ilana is still alive, we get the astral projection of Hazel's younger brother. So it's very emotional. It's very nothing like this has ever been done before.
Nope.
Never.
It is, yes. It is heartbreaking.
And I don't want to make light of abortion, but the abortionist is apparently a
coyote lady,
a mother wolf.
Maybe. We saw her at the end of the previous issue, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's super awesome
super
and
weird.
bizarre.
But it makes sense. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
awesome
I mean,
and
within the
bizarre,
context of the
but
universe.
it's completely grounded in
Real
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
Great.
bizarre.
Last up for me is Bad Machinery Volume 2 Pocket Edition. Who's got pockets this big? The Case of the Good Boy. This is the second volume of Bad Machinery by John Allison, who you may remember as the writer of Giant Days, a book that I love. And this continues the adventures of some kids in a British prep school who go on adventures, investigate things, talk about boys or girls, depending on which characters it is. It's awesome. It's relatable. It's great. I don't read everything. Every book I love, I don't read every week. If it's something we don't stock in the store because we can't move it in singles, we move it in trade, or it's something that I'm not going to need to talk to customers about, it takes a lower priority than stuff like this that I need to talk to people about. So I don't read Giant Days every month when it comes out, even though I buy it because I want to support it and want it to continue being published. I usually end up reading it in trade, but I caught up this weekend on it, and it is really just amazing. It is funny and brilliant and touching. If you like Parks and Rec, you should totally find the first volume of Giant Days. It's $9.99. It's absolutely worth your time. That was my plug for Giant Days. Which I do monthly, I think, actually. While we were shooting the Patreon bonus video last week, we realized that somewhere along the way we got too excited about giving out rewards and doing extra content and lost sight of why we were doing it. And the reason we're doing it is to get as many people as possible excited about comics, to connect people with books that they're going to love, and putting things behind a wall where only some people can see them is sort of the opposite of that. So we're going to wipe the slate clean and kind of reconfigure our Patreon. There's going to be one level anybody can donate. Nothing's going to be held behind a wall. Basically, all of our content will be on the YouTube page. Things that are not YouTube friendly, like the audio file download, will still be on the Patreon page, but it won't be tiered by level. Anyone will have access to it. The Tuesday night image cap stuff we'll do on the Comics Are Awesome Facebook page. But that's why we just wanted to let you know that there is going to be a change there. The previous extra video each week will be rolled into the regular video, except this week where there was like 9 books that came out, so there wasn't a lot of extra stuff to talk about anyway. We just wanted to give you an update and let you know what's on there. And each of the Patreon subscribers got a personal email to let them know exactly what's going on. But that's where we're at. We're going to get back on target, back to telling as many people as possible why comics are awesome and helping connect them with things they'll love. So that's it for us this week. Coming to you live from Alter Ego Comics. You want to use words?
Nope.
Nope.
I just nod.
No words from Mark. All right. Well, thanks for watching. You can always subscribe below. Click like so that more people see what we say, or even hear what we say with the ears. Have a good week.
See, it's not easy doing the sign off every week, Josh. All right. Bye. Bye.